So today's video, I'm going to be doing a cook-up, and I'm going to be just describing the process of how I think about making my beats. Um, I don't know how this video is going to go. um, Sometimes I make good beats, sometimes I don't. So we'll see what today's beat turns out to be. I hope it's something good. I hope it's something that inspires me to continue to create after I'm done with this beat. But that's gonna be today's video. I'm just gonna be going through showing you guys how I do the process of me making music. All right. So usually whenever I get into FL Studio, the way I usually like to start making my beats is I like to find a good sound and I like to find something that just inspires me. And usually I'll go through a bunch of sounds and then I wait until I hear something. And then as I'm hearing stuff, I'll create based off of that basically. So for this, what I'm gonna do is, cause I'm not, like I said, I don't play the piano. I'm not good at playing piano at all. So once I find something that I hear and think I know the notes to it, I start to basically key it in on my piano roll. And I also want to say I don't always start my beats off with chord progressions. Sometimes I'll start them off with melodies, but I don't know. That's just what I decided to start it off with today. And I'm not gonna go with this sound. I don't like this sound at all. But I just wanted to go ahead and get down the chords that I had in my brain. I think I like this sound. And then usually from here, I just wait until I hear something else. Then I go with that next. Just see how it works out. I did a terrible job at placing that. I like this melody, but I'm gonna change the sound. I don't like the sound. I'm gonna add some reverb to this sound. Not this one I just added, but I have my mixer on my other page. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just make it small and bring it back over here so y'all can see it. So I want to add a reverb to this sound because I kind of want it to be more in the background, not in the forefront heavy. I think it'll sound good whenever I put the low notes in, the like the bass or the 808, whatever I decide to use. I still don't like this sound. Another thing I like to do a lot is change the pitch a lot. I feel like it gives you a new, fresh perspective of what you're trying to create. That sound just wasn't fitting in the mix well, so I was just trying to add different plugins to see if I can fit it in the mix better. I think I'm gonna double layer this chord progression. Here's something else with the same sound, or with the same chord progression. think for the drums, I want to keep it simple like it is right now. And I'm gonna just let the 808 have some movement in it, and I think the whole beat can have some movement. We'll see. I still don't really know how this is gonna turn out, so. I'm gonna have to mix this better, but I do like how this is starting to sound. I just need to, I want to flip. I think it'll sound better if I flip these like this. So there's a lot of stuff going on, so I'm gonna have to spread this out to find out what I need to get rid of, what I need to keep, if I need to add anything else in. So this is the part where I'm starting to remove stuff and bring stuff in and find out if anything's missing. I usually do that in this process of organizing it, basically, like laying it out. As I'm playing through this, I still don't like this. I thought I liked this at first. This is what happens a lot of times when I'm making music. The first sound that I start with does not go, I feel like it doesn't go with everything else. So then I end up going back and changing that first sound, and then it becomes a whole nother beat. And that's how I get into a loop where I'm just like creating over the same beat over and over again. But I wanted to see if I can find a better sound than what I have for this first sound, which sounds like this. We play just that sound. It's a nice sound when you hear it on its own. But then with everything else with it, it doesn't sound good. I'm gonna try something right quick, because that one chord change sounds really good, but it just sounds like the end. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know music theory like that, so I'm not explaining it, but like from this chord to this chord sounds really good. But then when this chord comes in, it like ends kind of flat. So I want to try to fix that. I think that kind of fixed it a little bit. Set all the sounds to the right volume to the mix can sound decent at least. But I'm not gonna be able to mix it completely with these headphones on. I gotta mix with my studio monitors. So I'll probably do that later on. I'm gonna try to get this rim shot out of the way by putting the pancake on there and letting it move throughout, panning back and forth. I just feel like I heard another sound that can go in the second part when I was playing just the drums. It's like what I'm learning when I'm cooking up is like taking out certain sounds, adding certain sounds in, changing the pitch. There's so many different ways that you can get different ideas to come through whenever you're kind of stuck. So a lot of times for me, because there's so many different ways, I will be sitting up there changing the pitch a bunch of different times, changing the BPM a bunch of different times, taking different sounds out, adding different sounds in, blending different things, changing maybe a chord of just one instrument and seeing how it blends with the other instrument. I'm just always trying to do different stuff to try to come up with new ideas. Like this sound is too like basic. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix it. Plugins be fixing everything for me. Whenever I don't like something, I'm just gonna throw a plug-in on it. I think I figured out the problem with this sound. I think this on it needs to be slowed down. I'm gonna try this and see. All right, I feel like this is the best as I'm gonna get this beat. At least with headphones on, I can do some more mixing, and I'll probably hear something totally different when I'm listening through the speakers. Hopefully, it sounds good. I don't really know what it sounds like outside of what I hear in my headphones, and it sounds pretty decent. But I just feel like a lot of times these headphones don't give me a true sound compared to what my speakers do. So when I actually mix this, I'm probably gonna put it in the headphones. I mean, I'm probably gonna put it in the speakers, and then I'm gonna mix it and then put it as a final beat. So what you're hearing at the end is not gonna be what I'm hearing in my headphones. It'll probably be something different as after I listen in the speakers. But yeah, that is it. That's basically my process. The last thing I usually do is take the master fader, create an automation clip with it. And an automation clip is just like if the mixer was live and I was like moving the faders up and down. These are faders. If I was moving them up and down, it's like the automation clip is doing that for me instead of me having to do it. And then what I usually just do is take this, put it down like this, and then it fades out. Yeah, but here's the whole beat. I'm gonna play at least the first section of it so you guys can hear what it sounds like. But that is it. That's all I got for today's video. Peace out.